Now, you know you're a pet owner when you sit there and you wait to start one of these videos until after your pet starts scratching her ear and licking and all that stuff, and there she goes again. But I promised a video today and I want to be able to deliver a video today. I had intended to do a lot more reading, but if you follow my stories on Instagram, I ended up not doing very much reading today. Though I got to a bookstore and then got to a brewery, so I'm happy with how the day ended up because it also ended with Cheesecake Factory. So we're good. But today I did go ahead and get a few more books, and I thought that they were a good example of the sort of books that you can expect on this BookTube account. First up, I was able to go ahead and get a hold of Nemesis, which was a Horus Heresy book that I was missing in my collection, one that I had downloaded to read but didn't have the actual book of. It's the 13th book of the Horus Heresy, which is right now on like 46 books and still climbing. So I expect this one to kind of be never ending. I'm hoping it maybe ends around 50 or so because I'm on book 25. But Nemesis actually covers the tale of some assassins in the middle of the Horus Heresy who get sent out to try and assassinate Horus, who is the key person in the... Now my dog's chewing her bone next to me in case you can hear that. But Horus is the main character in the heresy, and Horus is sitting there trying to overthrow the whole galactic empire and defeat his father, the Emperor. And so some of the people who work for the Emperor decide to go ahead and send out some assassins to take him out. Nemesis covers that. Starts slow, gets really damn good about a third of the way in, and for the last 2/3 of it, it's rocketing. You're turning page after page and just can't wait. It's kind of hard to get a hold of a first edition of these in paperback, so these are actually kind of pricey. I'm sure you could probably find them on Amazon easier than I could, but yes, it was at the used bookstore, so I snatched it up. Then I also went ahead and got a hold of Andrew Vack's False Allegations, which is one of the Burke novels, and I personally like the vintage crime Black Lizard publications. Is it Black Lizard? It is published by... Yep, Black Lizard in their vintage crime division. These editions are great. I love the trade paperbacks. They have a great feel to them, just physically as a book in your hands. The pages turn easy. It's an easy read. But Andrew Vack's is never an easy read. Even if you like crime fiction, he's not one that I quickly recommend because the nature of his books basically deal with very dark things that a lot of people don't feel like reading or focusing on. However, I do feel that every single time you read a Vack's book, it challenges you not only to be a better person, but also to go out and do something to make a difference in society so that these true crime stories are not things that are coming true. Also, I picked up Howard V. Hendricks' Empty Cities of the Full Moon, which... it has one of those library plastic covers on it, so I'm going to have to get rid of that. Won't take too long. A little bit of work with a knife will take care of most of it. But it is a gorgeous looking cover to a book with an amazing title where I have seen this one in the used bookstore over and over, and I've wanted to give it a shot and give it a read because it sounds interesting. Where basically a plague wipes out the majority of mankind, worship of the moon forms again, and there are werewolves and transforming people going all around, and the last people from the last group of the bastion of science that has survived goes traveling across the post-apocalyptic country to find out what happened. Just sounded interesting. And then I did not pick this up today, but I also wanted to show you another sort of book that you can expect. That would be Mr. Wuffles. Mr. Wuffles is a children's book, which is amazing. And it details the story of these aliens that are teeny tiny and land, unfortunately, in Mr. Wuffles' home. And Mr. Wuffles takes a little bit of exception to them, thinking that they're play toys. And they have to figure out how to survive the affectionate Mr. Wuffles. And I personally love science fiction, love the Horus Heresy and Warhammer 40K, love fantasy, love crime fiction, and then love children's books. These things kind of sum up a lot of what you're going to be seeing. So I wanted to go ahead and just share that with you. Also, my lovely hipster sort of hat, which I picked up over in Ireland on my trip over there with my wife. It's an awesome, awesome hat. I love it. And today was a bad hair day, so the hat really helped out quite a bit. Hope you've had a lot of fun with this, and I hope you have a wonderful evening and that y'all Sunday is wonderful. Take care.